Oh, she's live. That's how I'm feeling today. Oh. Y'all know I gotta start with the music. I wanted to actually go live on Instagram because now we can go live on Instagram. And I know anybody who's like using social media to build their business, I know we like, if there's one more thing that I can go live, I know, do y'all snap and chat? Let me know if you snap and chat, because I don't snap and chat, and I refuse. I'm like, no. I manage my social media for business and personal. So, they're saying my connection is weak. Man. I hope it'll not break. Like that show. Okay. Alright, and Facebook. Woo. So, if you guys know my posts, you guys know I love to start with some music to express the mood of the video. And it's Winning Wednesday. I love her. She's a little cuckoo. Facebook, tell me if my connection is good. My Wi-Fi do be acting. It's been acting all week. No fees. So I'm waiting for Facebook. We'll let it rock for another minute or two. Today's video is going to be real quick too, guys. Is everybody just giving it up? Hey, the DJ, like, if you winning on today on Wednesday, let me know if y'all winning. It's Winning Wednesday. Should be winning any day. I felt crazy earlier this week, but I'm like, I'm winning. That's y'all. Alright guys, so y'all know me. I like to just come on in and play a song, and it's the song that expressed the mood that I'm feeling. I was gonna go live on Instagram, but then Instagram deletes the video after you go live, and I'm like, okay, no, we recycle these videos. I take these videos and I, put them on my YouTube, and then I use them and I save them, I back them up. I'm like, no. So I won't be going live on Instagram until that changes, or until I don't feel like it's a video that I need to save. So real quick, it's Winning Wednesday. It's a day that I really I just came up with this last week, or maybe God gave me the idea last week. I don't do it every Wednesday, but I've been doing it the last 2 Wednesdays, where I really just come up with a strategy to help you win, to help you succeed in your goals. Pretty much what I do, if you guys aren't familiar, I am founder and CEO of Embrace Her Legacy, which empowers, inspires, and educates millennial women to grow in personal development, build your faith, as well as help you birth your dreams and achieve your goals. And I'm also author, speaker, all that jazz. So today, real quick, I was summoned to serve last minute. Last night I got a text from one of my sissies, and she was like, she wanted me to fill in at a career day for her. So today I spent most of the day serving and just inspiring the youth at a high school out here in Brooklyn. And really just encouraging and motivating a lot of girls to aspire and to achieve their dreams. I shared a lot of my story, and while I was there during the event, I got an email that really is going to help me achieve some of these goals that I have, some big goals that I have. I know you guys may have some big goals. And y'all tell me if my connection start acting up, because Facebook is telling me that my connection is maybe acting up. But so I started to, I like I said, you guys may have big goals. We're going into the new year. I hope that you have goals for 2017, and I hope the goals, like I say, are not goals like be happy, be healthy, be successful, because those aren't goals. Those aren't wishes. Goals are specific, goals are measurable, goals are attainable, goals are realistic, and goals are time specific, meaning they have a deadline, that they're smart. So instead of a goal of like be healthy, it'll be a goal like I weigh my ideal weight of 135 pounds by I don't know, April 1st, 2017. That is a SMART goal. It's specific, it is measurable, it is attainable, and it is realistic, and you gave yourself a deadline, as opposed to saying something like, I'll be healthy. The reason why we don't achieve those type of goals, be healthy, be smart, be successful, is because they're not measurable. So if you can't measure a goal, how can you measure being healthy at the end of 2017? How can you measure make more money at the end of 2017? How can you measure be happy or get closer to God at the end of 2017? So the first thing is to make sure that you're always setting goals that are measurable, okay? So that's first things first. So you want to make sure that you're setting, and I would suggest setting top 10 goals for the next 12 to 16 months. I'm really not in this business of, this is 2017, it's my year. It's my life. Every year and every day and every month that God gives me is a winning, prosperous year. Whether it's a prosperous season, whether it's a sowing season, whether it's a season of a storm, I want us to take away and get back from that thinking that a year on the calendar just represents it does represent a year shifting, but if you don't shift your mentality, if you don't make some measures in your life to make some changes, then you're gonna be in the same place anyway. So back to the story of me getting the email while at the event today. I'm like, okay, great. Now that one email is going to help me facilitate some big goals that I have. And sometimes your goals can be so big that they're scary and you don't even know what to start. You're like, how am I going to do that? And I want to just teach you real quick a few steps that you can do if you have a big goal. If you have something that's like, how am I going to do it? You have several big goals. I have actually 3 major big areas of concentration that I'm focusing in for myself, for my business, for things that I want to do. Things that I believe, that I know that I've been assigned to do. So this is what I did. And what I did was I took the first step you want to do is, if you have a big goal and if you're like, oh my gosh, it's intimidating, how am I going to get this done? The first step is I want you to take a large piece of notebook, and I'm going to show you how real it is, because I did this exercise today, and I have a notebook and you should have a specific notebook that you write down your goals. You should have, you shouldn't write your goals down on a Post-it. Have a specific, this is your life. These are your goals. These are your dreams. And these are whatever goals that you may have. They could be financial. They could be physical. They could be health goals. They could be, spirit goals, any goals that you have. But I have a goal. I have a notebook for my goals. So the first step you want to do is, let's say you have a really, really big goal that's intimidating you, or you don't necessarily know where to start. And it doesn't even have to be a big goal. It can just be, this is more like a strategy to help you actually create an action plan to achieve the goal. So you start by writing the goal. I'm not going to really share what it is, but you write the goal at the top of a large piece of paper. This is an 8.5 by 11 notebook. It doesn't have to be an 8.5 by 11. So you write the goal on a large piece of paper, right? All right. So you write the goal, whatever it is. Let's say your goal may be something like, maybe you want to get a new job. Maybe you want to work at like a glamour magazine or something. I don't know. Maybe you want to work at like Essence. I don't know. You want to shift into working into a magazine this season. I don't know. So you put down the big goal, right? The next step after you write down the goal, this is why you need to have a big piece of paper. If you don't do this on a big piece of paper, you're going to be mad at yourself. So after you write down the goal, under the goal, you are going to sit down with yourself for like a good 20 minutes, and brainstorm. I mean, like, regurgitate on that paper every resource, relationship, tool, anything that you can think of that you have access to help you achieve that goal. And I want you, and this is not the place of, oh, I can't reach out to that person. Oh, I don't know. This is the place of just brainstorming it. Just write it down. You may not pursue each and every one of these resources, but just write it down. So let's say if you do have the goal of working at that magazine. Well, your resources maybe you know somebody that worked there. Maybe you have a friend that used to intern there. Then you can always apply online. Maybe perhaps, what else? Maybe you can apply online. Maybe you can create maybe if you want to work there, maybe you can start your own blog and create your own buzz so that when you do pitch yourself to work in that editor's position, and let's say you want to be in the relationships editor, you want to be a fashion editor. I don't know. I'm making this up as I go, but you can think of everything you have access to help you achieve that goal. And this is why my paper looks like this. This is why it looks like this, because I wrote down everything I have access to. You want to think about the people that you know. You want to think about the people in your social media network, your family, your friends, your professional relationships. Google University. I am a proud graduate of Google and YouTube University, meaning that sometimes the things that you have access to are really at the palm of your hands. Perhaps you have a goal of learning to drive a Lamborghini. I don't know. Well, you can go on YouTube or Google and find out how to do it. So think about everything that you have access to. Maybe you want to incorporate your business and you don't know how to do that. Google it, schmoogle it. Maybe you have a friend who started her own business. Maybe you can go and set up a coffee date or a coffee meeting with her. Think about everything that you have access to. Maybe you're in school and maybe one of your goals, maybe you can use your career center. Maybe you have a professor, anything. Think of everything. Maybe you have financial goals. Maybe some of your resources and relationships. You can actually shout out my girl, Keishan Rowe. I'm shouting you out, girl. Keishan, and she's the legacy lady, and you can reach out to her and she helps people build their financial legacy. Maybe you can go to your local bank. Maybe you can see if the bank can work with you. If they have any programs, you can have a budget. You want to sit down with yourself and you want to, whatever the goal is, and I want you to take 20 minutes, at least 15, and think and brainstorm. Well, what do I have access to help me achieve this goal? Okay, so that's step 2. Step 1 was write the goal down on a large piece of paper. Step 2 is think of everything that you have access to help you, every resource, relationship, everything around you. Think of what's in your community. Think of what's a train ride away. Think of everything and everyone that you have access to help you achieve your goal. Okay, great. So step number 3 is after you did all of that, you take the next step, and this is my other side of my paper, is you write down, after you looked at everything that you have access to, you classify which resources you're going to pursue. Like I said, that's why I don't want you to limit that second part, because sometimes we don't even write things down because we're like, oh, I'm not going to do that. But we leave that for part 3. So in the third part, what you're going to do is you're going to look at what you wrote down, and you're going to see if maybe you can even take a highlighter and highlight the ones that you're going to pursue. So let's say, go back to the example of working at the fashion magazine. Maybe you want to work at Glamour magazine and you want to be a fashion editor. I don't know. Well, maybe you're like, well, you know what? I'm going to apply online and I'm going to set up a dinner meeting with my sorority sister, or, my homegirl who used to work at that magazine. I'm going to set up a lunch with, one of my friends who's really well connected. I'm going to see if maybe she's hearing anything or she has access to anything, or, maybe you have the goal of, saving a certain amount of money or raising your credit rate. You're like, all right, I'm gonna, set up a coaching session with this person who can help me. I'm gonna have a budget. I'm going to do this, that, whatever it is. You want to classify what it is that you're going, after you brainstorm, after you realize all the resources that you have, you want to classify which one of those resources you're going to actually pursue. Okay, so that's step 3. Now, step 4 is you're going to prepare to pursue those resources, right? So if you know that one of the things you're going to do is you're going to you know that you want that new job at Essence, at Glamour, whatever, then you know that one of the things you're going to have to do in order to pursue the resources and to apply is, of course, you want to make sure that you have a resume. You want to make sure that everything is updated, right? Perhaps you even want to update some of your writing samples. Maybe you don't have enough writing samples, and maybe you want to start a blog and throw, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blog posts out there so that, someone can see the quality of your writing. You want to make sure that you're prepared. You don't want to get ready. You want to stay ready. You don't want to be one of those people who, like, if an opportunity came to you right now, like if you were right in front of the opportunity, you want to make sure that you can hit send. You can do whatever it is that you need to do so that you don't have to have anybody waiting 48, 36, 72 hours. You want to make sure that you're ready. A lot of us are waiting for the opportunity to happen to get ready, but you need to stay ready. So part 4 is really about learning how to make sure that you're prepared for those resources. You're making plans and you're prepared. A lot of my steps include setting up a lot of meetings with a lot of people in my network. So you know what, before I set up meetings, and I'm also going to use wisdom. I'm not going to email a lot of people. Use wisdom. Like, I'm not going to email people to set up meetings within the next week, 2 weeks, because everybody's in holiday mode. But I know what I am going to do is that, all right, I have 2 weeks. I'm going to use these 2 weeks to prepare. I have a good 11, 12 meetings and calls to set up, and I'm going to make sure that I'm prepared so that when I hear back from such and such, I'm going to say, all right, boom, she's interested, or we can meet. Let me send her the partnership idea that I'm working on, so that I'm going to spend the next few weeks preparing for the resources and the relationships that I'm going to pursue to help me achieve my goals. You want to make sure that you're preparing. Don't just, set up meetings with people and you're not prepared. You want to be able to be prepared. And I have a great class, embraceherlegacy.com, negotiate.com/negotiation 101. That's embraceherlegacy.com/negotiation 101. And I go through like tooth and nail how to prepare for meetings and things like that. So step 4 is really about planning to pursue those resources. Maybe you have maybe you have a publicity firm. Maybe you want to start your own celebrity PR firm, and you are in contact with that person's celebrity's makeup artist. Well, set up a meeting with that person's makeup artist and say, these are my plans. Maybe you come up with like a sample idea of your PR pitch to have that person as a client for your business. Set that all up so that when the opportunity comes, when you set up the meeting with the makeup artist, or maybe you set up the meeting with that artist's road booking agent, manager, road manager, whatever, you already are ready. You're ready to go. This is my idea and this is what I'd like to do. So part 4 is really about preparing to pursue those resources, doing whatever you need to do to prepare to pursue the resources that you decided that you're going to go forward with to help you achieve your goal. And step number 5 is literally just doing it. It's literally just doing it. Just doing what you said you were doing and you were going to do, and going after for those opportunities, and just saying, all right, this is what I'm going to do. This is my action plan. I'm prepared. This is what if you want to create a timeline, I actually have created a timeline for myself, just indicating what steps need to happen before I pursue this. Okay, this is in resources, but I need to make sure A, B, and C are together before I go pursue D. You want to just really essentially in that mind frame work backwards. Like, if I am going to set up a partnership opportunity with someone, like I said, I'm going to make sure all my ducks, I have all my T's dotted on my I's, and everything is ready. So maybe they can even see an example of like a launch page, like, oh, this is my idea, this is what I'm thinking, yada yada, all that good, all that stuff. So that step 5 is really just going after the opportunity, going after the resources that it is that you are going to pursue to help you achieve your goals. All right, so that is real quick. Let's recap on that. That was quick today. I told you guys. Real quick recap on a strategy. I call this my 1x1 method, which I learned from the late and great Jim Rohn, but I added some of my own things into there. So what you do is you write. First step, like I said, you write the goal on a large piece of paper, and don't do it on a Post-it. Don't do it on an index card, because this is one of those really heavy brainstorming type strategies. The next thing that you do, after you do that, you're going to, after that, write down every resource, relationship, tool, community center, anything, I don't care what it is that you have access to, website, to help you achieve the goal that it is that you're trying to achieve, all right? Step 3 is that you are going to classify your resources. You are going to determine whether or not which resources that you listed down that you brainstorm, which ones of them make sense and which ones of them are the ones that you're going to pursue. Step 4 is going to be step 4 is going to be making sure you're prepared, making your plans, making your preparation to pursue those resources. So for example, I said to myself, all right, I got a lot of meetings to set up. I got a lot of things to do. I'm going to take the next 2 weeks. Unfortunately, we're going into holiday season, and it's a little bit too close on people's calendars to really start trying to getting a meeting on December 22nd. It's like, I know people, just being in business, I kind of know people's mindsets is on vacation mode. So I'm going to wait. And so I'll maybe reach out to them during the break to say Merry Christmas or Happy New Year or something. But I know that I'm going to take this time to prepare for those meetings that are going to help me achieve my goal. So that's step 4. And then step 5 is reaching out and doing whatever it is that you need to do, setting your action plan in action, getting up and doing it. And something that I just did, this is just me. Y'all know I'm a woman of faith and I love me some Jesus. So another thing, the final thing that I do, well, before and after, is I pray for God's wisdom. Because I'm like, I don't know, these are some great ideas, and I'm like, those didn't come from me. And I ask God to prepare me, to close the doors that aren't for me, to give me discernment over which opportunities I should be pursuing and which ones I shouldn't, and to close the doors that ain't for me, and close the doors that no man can open, and open the doors that close the doors no man can open, and open the doors that no man can close. And I really end up walking by faith. Real quick, that was my video for the real quick. I just want to encourage somebody, you may need to take a leap of faith. You may need to make an investment into yourself and just do it. And then I'm encouraging myself when I'm talking to this. A lot of us are scared. A lot of us are waiting for God to part the seas, and I'm not saying that he won't, and he more than likely would, but God is not going to do anything in your life that does not require you to have faith. So you may have to make an investment into yourself going into the new year to really show God that you trust him and that you're ready to fulfill your assignment. Some things don't change until you do. My pastor said something on Sunday and it stuck with me. He said either you'll lead change in your life or change will lead you. And you want to make sure that you're leading the change in your life. You want to make sure that you're creating whatever it is that you want to see, so that in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you can successfully say, you know what, I did what I said I was going to do, So I'm going to encourage you that if that's you, if you need to make an investment into yourself, if you need to do something radical to get to the next level, do it. And trust God to restore it. Trust God and don't see it as money spent. When it's funny, we will spend thousands of money on iPads and shoes and vacations, but when it comes to spending $200 as an investment into yourself, or $1,000 as an investment in yourself, it's like we cringe, right? But see it as an investment. Do something to invest into yourself, into you becoming more valuable to the marketplace. All right. So that is today's Winning Wednesday Facebook Live post. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I was going to go on Instagram, but I was like, Instagram, I need my video. Which I mean, my video not going to be here after this. Ain't nobody got time for that. If you like what you see, I want you to go to embraceherlegacy.com /5 step plan. That is embraceherlegacy.com /5 step plan, and you can download my free guide to help you achieve your goals. 5 steps to achieve your goals. I'll go through that in detail, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, it was going to be really quick, really fast, and I hope you guys learned something today. Shout out to all my ladies out here who's out here winning on a winning Wednesday. Bye.